You complicate things by asking the judge which one wants to go first. Just you can do both.
Calling the matter of Anthony Sajak versus Katie Neal.
For the record, this matter is before the court, and the respondent, Katie Neal's motion to terminate a personal protection order, entered at the request of Anthony Sajak. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. Katie Neal is present. You are Katie Neal, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, is Anthony Sajak present on the audio?
Yes, sir.
Right, good afternoon. Also, with court note for the record, Attorney Stephen Roenberg is present, representing the petitioner, Anthony Sajak. So Mr. Roenberg is personally present in court this afternoon, Mr. Sajak.
Yes, sir.
Before we begin, the two of you are not married, but you have a child in common. Is that correct?
That's
Yes,
correct.
sir. And a home in common.
Okay, and the court would note this is with court considers to be a bare-boned PPO. Bare-boned PPO. All it prevents you from, Ms. Neal, is from assaulting Anthony. That's illegal anyways. Prevents you from threatening him. That's illegal anyways. Threatening to injure or kill him. And finally, it says, all communication shall be by text message or by app close regarding your child only. Doesn't prevent you from having dinner together, sleeping together. So you got the burden to prove to this court that this PPO should be set aside. You've suggested, you've only had a few phone calls to talk to your son. Obviously, file a motion in the family court case if you want more parenting time, or if there's issues. That can be better addressed in the parenting time case, not this PPO.
All right. Yes, I have went ahead and filed motions a couple times for that, but nothing's getting resolved. We actually had a hearing the 3rd for that. And I understand completely about app close, but I would like to state that I filed this motion for the PPO because we were just here. I think it was February. I've had 3 PPOs on Anthony, which each time he's came in contact with me, talking me into dropping these PPOs. And I feel like if he felt that I was a threat to him, he wouldn't have had me originally drop the PPO I had on him. But as well, I was only contacting him on a private number because since January 19th, 2024 at 12:21 a.m. until June 16th, he did not have app close, and I turned in screenshots to back that up because it shows the last time he was on app close and all those days I was messaging him. And when I did call him, it was regarding to talk to my son. I never threatened to harm him. I never assaulted him. I feel like if he was
does not matter, ma'am. This court just said all communication should be by app close. The two of you maybe should not have had a child together, but the reality is you did. So all communication, no phone calls by either one of you. You do it by app close, so it's all reduced to writing and it shouldn't be regarding your child. It shouldn't be, how's your day today? Should be only regarding the child.
I understand that, but how do I do that if he's not active for 6 months? How do I get in contact with him?
Okay.
6 months I've
Mr.
had
Sajak, you need to download the app called App Close, and all communication regarding App Close. If Miss Neal files a motion in the family case, I'm going to order that. I'm telling you that right now. The only case before the court this afternoon is this PPO file, but that's what the court would order. So the two of you should communicate. Yeah, you have to communicate. You've got a child to get in common. What if there's an emergency? But all communication, and if you need to modify parenting time, but it should all be by app close. So it's all reduced to writing. We can get records of all your communication rather than calling each other. And that when you call each other, that just results in arguments and it creates more issues. You understand that, Mr. Sajak?
Yes, sir.
Go to the App Store and download the App Close.
Sir, I've been using it for since she's talking about the time we were basically together at the time, and I'm there every day. So
Okay, so,
she's telling me that I'm not using the
okay,
app,
I just
but
hold on.
in
I don't
her
know what the
wo-
breakdown is. You're both on app close. Well, I don't know where the breakdown in communication is. Ms. Neely says he's been on app close. So Mr. Neely,
she
Mr. Zajac, you need to respond when she communicates with you.
I'm
she's just
ignored
been
every
giving.
time. I go days without talking to my son, anything about my son, you know, as a mother that hurts me, you know, and I can only imagine it hurts my son. They try to say I'm a mentally unstable. Well, I'm sorry, maybe I am going a little crazy when I'm going days at a time without my son knowing anything. Like, my son's my life. And I'm like, he's not responding to me for like a punishment because I don't want to be with him.
Okay, Ms.
And
Sir,
I
I
Neal,
said,
can show
you
you.
said, hold
I
on,
can.
hold on. The thing before the court today is a PPO, and the court's
right.
going to deny the request to terminate the PPO. The two of
Well,
you need to have some structure. It's a very limited. If
I
you
do.
want
I
to
also,
address a family court case, you need to file a motion in the family court case, whether it's a DS or a DC or a DP case.
all
File a
right. Well,
motion there, and yes, the court would grant through some of the relief. I can grant much broader relief in that case than I can this PPO.
also my the PPO states I can't harass him, molest him, etc. Well, if he's feeling threatened for his life, why is he coming to my house telling me about his day, how he was injured, and wants me to nurture him and to love on him? And I have a hard drive right here. After he got this PPO, he came to my house. He laid next to me. He was filling up on me. He got unclothed and he was intimate with me. So if he's feeling this way towards me, why did he come to my residence?
Right. The court does not disagree. The court does not disagree. Mr. Zajac, do you want to terminate this PPO? Do you agreeable with the motion?
No, sir, I'm not agreeable with the
Mr. Zajac,
motion.
why would you then have contact with her and be intimate? You're using this as a sword. This is supposed to be a shield to protect you, Mr. Zajac. Do not have any such contact with Miss Neal. If you're fearful of your personal safety and well-being, you should not be having any such contact.
Yes, sir. That's the way I feel, but the way the personal protection
So
order I got.
the point's been made, Mr. Zajac. I don't have a lot of time this afternoon. Do not have any contact with her if you want this PPO to remain in effect. And you're saying you're opposed to it being terminated.
Yes, and I would basically I would like the third party with her. She has never been giving me everything a runaround. She's giving
That's
everything a hard time.
case.
She's lying to you right
the
now.
family court
So
case. The only thing we're talking about today is PPO.
I
And
am
you
not
indicated
lying.
you're
exactly.
fearful of your personal safety and well-being. The two of you are like fire and gasoline. So the court's going to deny the request to terminate PPO. It's going to continue. It's very limited. It's a bare bone PPO. It keeps both of you apart. So Mr. Zajac,
Yes,
do
sir.
not be reaching out to Miss Neal and asking her for a date or to have dinner with you, because obviously you're fearful of your personal safety and well-being. If either of you have any issues regarding parenting time communication, you file that in the family court case.
Yes, sir. I
Am I
agree.
able to get
That's what I
PPO
told
on
her
him?
too on Sunday.
I don't want him coming to my residence and touching me, especially when I'm telling him no. So am I
If he
able to
touches you,
go
you
on?
call the police. It's an assault and battery. If he touches you
I
without your permission.
have, and they don't do nothing. So I gave up on the police. I have a video. I have proof right here on this hard drive. Anthony naked, and I'm telling him no.
Miss
So I
Neal,
don't.
do not
I
let him in
feel
your house. Miss Neal, don't let him in your house. It's real simple. Don't let him in your house.
he kicked in my door.
Called
April
trespass. He should
28th.
be prosecuted for trespass.
They're saying
Sir,
it's trespassing because he's on the lease. He kicked in my door and went to jail that day for assaulting me because that door came and hit me, and he's still coming to my house. This is why
stop
I'm not.
lying, Katie. Oh
There
my
is
God.
a report, April
Right,
28th.
Mr. Rosenberg, just one moment, Miss Neal, Mr. Zajac, of course, give Mr. Rosenberg an opportunity to talk. Mr. Rosenberg.
Yes, sir. I can't hear nothing. You still there?
They put us in a different room to shush.
A few moments later.
You're welcome. So Ms. Neal, if there's any issues, for example, file a motion, the court will, without question, I will guarantee you, I'll order parenting time exchange to occur at the sheriff's department or the Bedford substation, the Dundee Police Department, whatever is easiest for you, so that he has no reason to come to your house. If he comes to your house, he's trespassing. He should be arrested. Mr.
It's not
Zajac, do not go over to
trespassing.
your house.
The system's failing me. That's all I gotta say.
File a
really
Tell
are.
him
motion.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Tell him, Katie. Tell him, Katie. That's
Mr.
my house.
Zajac, do not interrupt, Mr. Zajac. Do not interrupt. Ms. Neal is talking.
Yes, sir.
When something happens to me, I'm telling you, Monroe County is going to be held accountable. I've had 3 PPO on this man in the past. He keeps coming back into my life. This is getting reversed on me. He's a narcissist. He love bombs me, then gaslights me. Then we have that trauma bond. Then he love bombs me and gaslights me. And everyone's saying that I'm mentally unstable, but it's because I'm abused. I'm abused emotionally, verbally, physically, mentally, sexually. And this is what no one's understanding.
Ms. Neal, do not let him in your house. If he comes to your house, you call
It's
the
his house
police.
too. The
What happened to
cops
the,
laugh
Ms.
about it.
Neal, what happened to the PPO? You
Whatever.
claimed you had a PPO. Is that PPO still in a place that you secured? What
I'm
happened to
sorry?
the PPO that you obtained?
That PPO what?
What happened to the PPO that you obtained?
It's on me at all times.
No, I thought you said you obtained a PPO against Mr. Zajac. What happened to that?
He had girlfriends messaging me, sending me pictures of guns, threatening
Ms.
to kill me.
Neal, Ms.
He
Neal.
got in contact with me.
Answer
Listen to
the
the
question.
question. All right,
He
we're
talked
done. All right, you can both zoom out. The court's
manipulated
denying
me
the motion to
into
terminate the
dropping it.
PPO.
Just like
The
how
court's
he
not
did the
arguing with the
talking
parties
for
and
me
then no one's
for it
answering the court's question. You can terminate him, please. Court's had an order terminating, denying the motion terminated if you want a copy of it.